Hi, I'm Paul from the Studio Rats, and in this video we're going to be looking at this thing over here, which is the McDSP APB16, and James Ivey's over here, so give me 2 seconds. What does APB16 stand for?
Analog processing box.
This unit is 16 analog processors. You basically take a Thunderbolt cable at the back of your Mac, plug it into this box, and your DAW will then use these graphic interpretations of the processor that are built into the APB16. Now that sounds really complicated because I'm looking at my screen at the moment and I'm seeing basically what looks to me like a plugin, but it's not a plugin. This is analog. This plugin, or this graphical interface, is basically controlling the analog processors inside the APB16, which is amazing. So as soon as you load up your session, it loads up all of the settings that you've got programmed into these processors. It's just amazing, and it sounds amazing. It does sound different to plugins. It sounds absolutely fantastic. So what I'm going to do today is to go through a couple of different parts of this mix. I'm going to use a couple of different vocals and a guitar, and we're going to put on some of these compressors and saturators to see how good they sound. So first of all, I've got this C673A, which is the equivalent of a very Mu compressor, James.
It's a Fairchild, let's face it.
It's a Fairchild style compressor. So let's have a listen to how the vocal sounds with the plug-in in bypass first of all.
Lose my step and stumble. Darkness comes from under.
And let's bring it in. So instantly it adds a really nice sheen to the vocal. Not only is it compressing it, it's adding this almost top end to it, which is going to really cut through the mix. So let's have a listen to the vocal soloed with the compressor on.
Lose my step and stumble.
Take it out.
Darkness comes from under.
And bring it in.
I don't know why, but I'm always running.
And let's hear that in the track.
I don't know why, but I'm always running.
So it sounds great. First of all, it's adding this really nice top end sheen to the vocal, as well as compressing it really nice. It sounds great. Analog processors do sound different to plugins. It doesn't matter what people say. And the great thing about this is you've got a plug-in emulation, if you want, of an analog processor on your screen. So as I said earlier, as soon as you switch off, you save your project and you load up your project again, it's going to load up the exact settings that you've left when you save the project. Now the vocal in the middle 8, I want to distort. So for this, I'm going to be using the McDSP Mu-X summing mixer. Now you can use this on individual tracks, or you can use this on your group tracks. But what I've done today is just to load it in on the middle 8 vocal track. I've got this vocal track separated from the main vocal as I want to treat it differently. Let's hear the vocal first.
Sometimes you run so fast that you can't even recognize what you're running from is something that you try to hide. I was blinded by the lightning of my own storm. Came into my life and made me feel like home.
So as you can hear in this section of the song, the dynamics of the song completely changes. It gets a lot more grindy, it's got bigger guitars in there. So what I want to do with this vocal is just to make it a little bit different from the main vocal by distorting it. So what we're going to do here is use the saturation knob here. So let's play that.
Sometimes you run so fast that you can't even recognize what you're running from is something that you try to hide. I was blinded by the lightning of my own storm. Came into my life and made me feel like home. So when I'm pushing and I'm pulling in.
So that's added a lot more top end into the track that I'm going to try and control by using the EQ section. Bring in.
Sometimes you run so fast that you can't even recognize what you're running from is something that you try to hide. I was blinded by the lightning of my own storm. Came into my life and made me feel like I'm
Bypass it.
So man, I'm pushing and I'm pulling and I'm tearing at the pain that
Bring in.
I feel inside. I know there's a light, there's a light. Oh, it's you. When the darkness swallows me.
So that creates some more dynamics in the vocal, where in this section we completely change the sound to what we have in the verse and the chorus. So lastly, I've got this guitar part which appears in the chorus. Let me just play it for you. So this could use a bit of compression on it, so I'm going to use the chicken head compressor. Bring in. Take the source off first. So not only have you got the compression side of this processor, you've also got this button called source, and that's going to add a little bit of mojo to it. James, what do you think?
Grit, aggression, mojo,
Grit,
source.
grit, aggression, mojo, source sort of thing. So let's have a listen. Bypass the plugin and bring it in, and let's hear that in the track. So lastly, I've put the Mu X mixer on my master bus. So let's hear how it sounds straight off the bat. Right, let's bring in some saturation. And let's bring the compressor in. So we've also got this EQ section at the top. So we've got high frequency and low frequency. We can choose the frequency here, and we can also cut or boost it here. So let's switch on the EQ. Let's set these back to 12 o'clock and let's try again. Top end. Bring back the saturation. And let's boost about 60 Hertz. And let's bypass it. So I think that's made a massive difference. If anything, I think that's probably my favorite. I'm trying to say plugin, and it's not a plugin. That's my favorite processor in the APB16. Now, we've just recently done a video with James for the McDSP channel, and we put this over a lot of the buses inside this mix, and it was a massive difference. So if anything, this is my favorite processor out of the whole bundles, even though all the compressors and the saturation side of things in all of the plugins sound amazing. I think this is definitely my favorite part of the whole APB16. I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. I really hope you guys got something out of that. I would highly recommend the APB16. It's not cheap. They do an APB8 if you want slightly less channels, but you only get 8 channels. So the APB8 can work as 4 stereo channels or 8 mono channels, and the 16 can obviously work as 16 mono channels or 8 stereo channels. And it's amazing. Go and buy one now.